Hi, everybody. Welcome in on the Maroon Devils Network as we are ready for playoff game number 1 as the Hiwassee Dam Eagles are getting ready to hit here. Evan Hedrick is going to be leading off for the Eagles. They're going to be in their blue and gray. Of course, our Maroon Devils in maroon and white looking good here as the number 1 seed from the Smoky Mountain Conference. Pitch is going to be in there for a strike to Evan. On deck is going to be Clay Davis, and then Tanner Taylor will be following here in the top of the first inning. Now, we've played these guys twice, as you know already, here in the regular season. There's a foul ball for no play on the left side. But we had a close one at Hiwassee Dam, 4-1 ball game over at their place. But here at Swain County, we had a pretty good win over the Eagles as we won 10-0 in 5 innings. So that's the way it played out in these two meetings in conference play. There's a ground ball. It's going to be up the middle. It's going to be handled by the shortstop over to first base. Not in time. Just couldn't get there. One of those slow rollers. Lawson Woodard made a good stab at it, but it was really, really deep, almost behind second base, as you can see on the video. And that's going to be a base hit to get things underway for Evan Hedrick. So our Maroon Devils, Clay Davis is going to be hitting now for Hiwassee Dam. Tanner Taylor again going to be on deck. And, of course, our Maroon Devils pitching Ronnie Griggs here this afternoon. Ronnie looking in now as we're just underway. There's a shot into left field, and it's going to be almost caught. Almost caught, but boy, making a great, great effort out there in left field for our Maroon Devils was Cameron Blankenship. Cam almost caught that right on top of the grass, but hey, it got in there for another base hit. So now the Eagles are coming out loaded for Devils, if you will. I can't say loaded for Bear, but they're loaded for Devils with a couple of hits. Tanner Taylor batting now with nobody out and 2 on here on the top of the first inning. And there's a shot that's going to be hanging up, going to be caught in center field. Everybody's going to be holding. Good catch out there in center field defensively for Cooper Hyatt. Of course, Cooper is a guy with a lot of range. He and Cam Blankenship out there and Carson Taylor over in right field. These guys very mobile, very quick on their feet, and they cover a lot of ground. Very, very athletic outfield for the Maroon Devils, as you well know. Ronnie steps off the pitching rubber now as he's going to be facing Seth Hooper. He got the number 3 batter, Tanner Taylor, to fly out to center field to Cooper out there. Seth Hooper batting now, the number 4 hitter for the Eagles. He is their starting center fielder. Swing and a miss, throw down to third. It's going to be in time. Yes. Oh, no, now. Oh, wow. Called him safe. And I'm not sure about that, but they did call him safe. So a stolen base there for Evan Hedrick, and also hustling on down to second base with that throw is going to be Clay Davis for the Eagles. Now runners in scoring position with 1 out. And again, their cleanup man at the plate, Seth Hooper. Foul ball. Out of play there, and it's going to be Trenton Beavers on deck for the Eagles. Gary Ayers along with Josh here, Joe Holt standing by just in case. So I say that tongue-in-cheek because Joe, I know, has duties himself with a middle school band activity going on here this afternoon. So it is a busy, busy time here at Swain County High School, as now it's going to be, again, Seth Hooper in there with 1 down, runners at second and third. And my main man is getting ready. He's been over there in the talent trailer doing his warm-ups with his voice. So his voice sounds just perfect, as it always does. And that's Tommy Dills. Tommy pulling on a headset. And Tommy, good to have you. Hey, we got 2 out, 2 on. We need 1 more out here.
Well, I apologize for my tardiness. They say if you can't get there on time, just get there when you can, I guess. But well, I thought this was a 6 o'clock start.
Well, you're not tardy. They just started early.
Okay.
Well, I was over there at the concession stand talking to Jeff and some buddies, and all of a sudden they said, hey, man, they're already having the referees meeting. You better get over there. So I took off running over here, and they started again about 15 minutes early, actually. There's a high pop-up down on the first base side. And, Tommy, that's good news for the Maroon Devils as Hiwassee Dam leaves 2 stranded here on the top of the first inning, and we get to bat here with it 0-0.
Nobody hurt. Gabe Lillard reeled that one in, and that's what we wanted to see. That's it. Maybe I'm a good luck charm after all.
That's it. No doubt about it. You showed up at just the right time. More baseball coming up. Stay with us on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning here. He is along with Tommy Dills here, and our Maroon Devils had a good finish there in the top of the first. Tommy, 2 on, and they stayed on with that third out.
Yes, sir. We got them stranded and just took ball 1 to Gabe Lillard, who's one of the leading hitters in the conference. I mean, I looked at the conference numbers on Max Preps, and he's way up there. He's had good power numbers. I think he's hit 2 home runs this year and hit 1 last game, and now it's at 1-1, and now we just need to get some run support for Ronnie and see what happens from here. Oh,
no doubt. We've got 1, 2, 3 batters here in the bottom of the first with Gabe, Cam Blankenship, and Carson Taylor, and then Carter Hayes in the number 4 spot. But, well, you're talking about guys with really, really good bats. Our Maroon Devils have been hitting well and pitching well, and when you do that, that's why you're the number 1 seed in the conference.
That's how it happens. Yeah, I mean, that pitcher's mound means a whole lot, but it does. If, you don't score any runs, and that pitcher gets real frustrated too.
There's Gabe with a chopper right back got by the pitcher over to second, and
he pulled him.
He did. Throw was too high at first, so Gabe Lillard on, and you were talking about his numbers. He is number 4 in the conference, hitting .475.
That ain't a bad clip.
That's outstanding.
I'll take all of them I can get. That's going to do that, and especially if they got enough wheels to beat out something like that. Hit a little chopper in the infield, and put some pressure on the defense, and make them make some mistakes. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him running here.
Well, he knows how to steal a base or two so far this year. He's one of the best in the conference, Tommy. 12 stolen bases. That's number 8 in the conference overall. So, yeah, he's got some wheels.
Yeah, and one of the reasons those numbers are probably as low as they are is he hits a lot of doubles,
He does.
You hit some doubles, and it's harder to steal third.
Cam started to bunt, throw down to first, going to be too high.
Going to throw us a double.
Yep, going to get by, and easing on into second base, and those are the kind you like.
Absolutely. When it happens for us, not to us, we're all about it.
That's it. And now, if our friends over in Hiwassee Dam are watching and listening, they're like, doggone those errors. Those errors will beat you.
It doesn't matter who you are.
That's right. Cam Blankenship batting now. Cam lays down a bunt, going to be fouled down the third base side. Cam on the season is having a good season as well, hitting .333, 23 runs on the year, 9 RBIs, got a double, and 17 hits on the season. And but this is a solid lineup, and I'm just real happy for these guys to be the number 1 seed.
Absolutely. It makes it easy whenever you got people in there that have played a lot of baseball and given you an opportunity to win some ball games. And there's a base hit through by Cam, and whoop, get in the house. And it bit the left fielder, and so Cam's swapping places, and that's what we wanted.
That's it. So the first run is in, and again, that extra little bobble in the outfield, as you know, Tommy, that's enough to get a guy from third to home and score.
100% of the time, especially a kid with good legs. I mean, he can throw at him at the plate, and if he does, the other guy's going to end up at least on second, every time. But Cam was hustling out of the box when he saw it come through and ended up on second anyway just because he did little things. And baseball is all about little things.
Oh, all about little things. And Cam Blankenship has some good wheels with 9 stolen bases on the year. He takes a pretty good lead down at second, but they're gonna kind of watch him down there as a good stick at the plate with Carson Taylor. And we've talked about good sticks. We've got several of them. Carson, one of those, having a great year, hitting .431, 26 runs, 22 hits, couple of home runs. He's just a good athlete.
He's just a good athlete. He's he's state placer. He finished second in the state in wrestling, and then he was a great football player for us, a 3-year starter, an all-conference performer. And he's not. I don't know. They haven't told us who's all-conference and who's not. But if he's not, it's a travesty in baseball. So,
no doubt.
I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches.
You said it. This senior class is really good, as we see Coach Shuler over here at third base. He made a pretty good play. I think he's played a game or two.
Maybe 1 or 2.
We were talking to him. I know our girls are playing down at Cherryville today in softball, and he remembers very well playing Cherryville 2 years in a row during his career here at Swain County, as that's an outside pitch for a ball. And Cherryville won 2 consecutive state championships when he was here.
And I think we were the only team that had a chance to beat him.
I think you're right.
Just to be honest with you, we had great pitching, and we had a great lineup, and it was just one of those things where we got into some of those games, and the games got away from us, and I remember them well, and it was a great group of kids to coach, and I'm proud to have him down there in the third base box. It makes you feel like that maybe you did something right when one of your kids comes back.
Hey, that's it. He was a good player, went on to play some college ball, and now back giving it to the Maroon Devils. And now Carson Taylor is over at first base with that base on balls. Cam Blankenship down at second, and still nobody out with a 1-0 Maroon Devil lead here. And Carter Hayes, who has had a phenomenal season, talking about a guy that gets it done behind the plate, takes the first pitch for a strike. But Carter is just a great catcher.
He is a great catcher, and he's a pretty good hitter.
Yeah.
I think he had a home run last game, and he's been hitting the ball around the field. That's the thing I like about Carter, is that he hits the ball hard.
There you
like
go.
that, into the gap. That's rolling out through there, and that's probably going to be at least 2 bases. That's 3.
Yep, there's 2 runs.
Yeah, there's 2 runs scored for the good guys, and Carter Hayes is going to be standing at third base with a triple.
Wow, what a shot. And that is his 7th triple. Let's see, let me check that time. His 3rd triple on the year to go with 2 home runs. And he is, believe it or not, one of the top hitters in the conference at .434. And his 28 RBIs is number 1 in the conference.
That's swinging a bat.
That's a stick, isn't it?
That's swinging a bat. That's what you want.
And he's going to have a pinch runner coming in there. And so kind of save Carter's wheels, if you will. So now the Maroon Devils are going to have Gavin Lanning coming in. Another good athlete.
Absolutely. I think he's an all-conference performer in soccer, and he's was a kicker for us in football. And I don't know if he's all-conference at that or not, but he was valuable to us for a long, long time doing that. You know, hey, again, it's great to have good kids.
Oh, no doubt. Swing and a miss for a strike there. As, again, Carter Hayes had the big triple, and now it's going to be Will Jenkins in there. Will, our third baseman, steps in there and takes I tell you, our guys are not afraid to take a good cut at it.
They'll take a hack. And there's a base hit through for an RBI.
Another base hit.
And that's something, I'll tell you, Will Jenkins finds a way.
He does.
You know, and I don't know how many RBIs he's got on the year, but I've seen quite a few, and it's just timely hits from him, and he hits the ball well, and he sprays it around. I mean, he does what you ask him to do.
He does. 21 hits, 12 RBIs, a couple of doubles, and again, just hitting .429. And right now, the Eagles are thinking about a pitching change because this first inning has started off really rough.
Yep. 4 down at the end of this inning. You know, if we can string a few of those like that together for about, I don't know, the next 45, 50 innings, we'll be hard to handle.
Oh, you said it. With anybody.
That's right.
With anybody.
We'll play the Braves if we can do that.
That's right. And right now, the Maroon Devils with 3 solid hits here in the inning with a base on balls and an error. And they're going to stay with their man as, again, Evan Hedrick is going to stay in to pitch.
And, you know, been there too, where you've got a guy up there and he gets started off on the wrong foot, and it's the best they got, or he wouldn't be up there.
That's
and
right.
It's like, okay, so what do I do? Well, I'm going to roll the best I got. And everybody's playing right now like it's, you know, like there's no tomorrow because there isn't.
There isn't. You're right. It's do or die. You lose and you go home, win and you keep playing. And but Hiwassee Dam coming in 7-11 overall, 5-7 in the conference. There's a little pop right over to first base. That's going to be in there for the first out of the inning, believe it or not, Tommy.
Well, if we can score 4 runs in between each out.
That's it. That's not a bad ratio. I like that ratio.
They just got sawed off right there, and you know that's a tougher play than people think it is too. I mean, it kind of looks like it hangs up there, and first baseman's coming off the bag, and a lot of times you don't have the best feet over there. And,
that's it.
But he reeled it in, and
pitch high and outside for a ball 1 with 1 down now. And again, the Maroon Devils just coming out hot out of the gate with a 4-run inning.
And Ronnie Griggs, I think, is the batter. Is that right?
That is Mr. Ronnie Griggs.
Yeah, and Ronnie hitting the top of the order for us the first of the year, and we kept playing with our lineup for run production, and he slid down, but he's a good hitter, and that speaks to what we've been talking about the whole time about the fact that our kids are playing well.
They really, really are. And talking about Ronnie, he can do so many things. Of course, on the pitcher's mound, he hadn't had a whole lot of at-bats. 27 at-bats, though. 5 hits, hitting .185, got 4 RBIs, but very capable.
Yeah, and I think he's a 2-year starter for us. He's and he's played hard through some of this stuff, and he's I can't ask for more than that from a kid.
Oh, you said it. You said it. And he's a guy that can do a lot of things, and that's what coaches love, when you got that versatility. Pitch just missing for a ball.
Yeah, that's ball 4. And that gets Ronnie on, and that's good wheels on the base paths.
You said it. Talking about the pitching, Evan Hedrick on the season for Hiwassee Dam really has had a good year. His ERA is 2.89 on the year. Looking at some of his stats, we'll try to look at those. 13 bases on balls, but 25 strikeouts. Swing and a miss at the plate now for the Maroon Devils is going to be Mr. Reese Winchester.
Yeah, and Reese took that swing like a strike 1 swing. You know, I mean, I always said 1 for you, 2 for me. You get that first one, you swing at it however you want to, but these next 2 belong to the team. You got to produce. And since he's came into the lineup, he's done a great job for us defensively and offensively. He's been playing good baseball.
He really has. Good second baseman. Lawson Woodard, the Maroon Devil shortstop, on deck with now, again, only 1 out, 2 on, 4-0 lead, bottom of the first. And, boy, that one I think might have clipped him.
It did.
And
it clipped him, and he stood there and
he took it.
he did. He did what you're supposed to.
And that doesn't feel good.
No, that one's a shirt brusher, and that's the best of all possible outcomes. But that gives us another base runner, and Coach thinks that he might have instigated the contact.
Yeah, that he didn't avoid it.
And he's wanting him to ask for help, whether or not he avoided it. And to be honest with you, you don't have to.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to get out of the way.
You can't make contact by your movement, but you don't have to get out of the way.
That's it. Coach Tommy Strickland for the Eagles, and the umpires confer, and they're going to stay with that call. But, again, Evan Hedrick on the year for Hiwassee Dam, 26 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 32 hits, 11 earned runs. Again, good strikeout to walk ratio, 25-13, and a solid pitcher. And now there's a big swing. Again, talking about that first strike swing, Lawson Woodard with a good cut.
Yeah, he took a hack at it.
He did.
But that's what you want. I mean, I want these guys in the bottom of the order. This is a sophomore standing up there competing to get in a varsity baseball game. And he took a good hack on the first one. And I think he thought maybe that was a little bit outside from the way that Lawson Henry happened to look back at the man in blue back there. Now he gets to protect his at bat.
There you go. Another good cut. This is going to be in for a base hit, dropping
down
in just over the infield. A rounding second, coming on into third. Throw is going to be coming home. It's going to get through.
Oh, stay put.
Yep, everybody's going to stick. Bases loaded.
Yep. We had a little slip right there, and that's, that's baseball.
Hey, that's it. That's it. Better safe right now than sorry
that's
with
right.
only 1 down.
No outs at the plate.
That's it.
No outs at the plate. This is not the time to be pushing for outs at the plate when everybody's swinging well and you're I think we've already seen this guy once this inning.
Yeah, yes, we have. Gabe Lillard led off. He got on with an error. He pops this one up out of play over there behind home plate. But Gabe is a guy that you can always depend on. Talking about some of his stats again, when you're in the leadoff spot, you're the guy that gets on base, and with a 4.75 average, that shows it.
Absolutely, that means you're going to score a lot of runs. Whoa, pass ball.
And coming in to score from third, standing up, is going to be that's our pinch runner coming in there. Was that?
No, that was Ronnie.
No, that was Ronnie. That was Ronnie Griggs, number 10.
Yep, RBI on that last at bat. Till everybody swapped up and moved up one. And so Ronnie ended up on third, and then he went on the pass ball. And let's pick up these 2 RBIs.
That's it. He helped himself, didn't he?
Yes, absolutely.
When you've got now a 6-0 Maroon Devil lead, when you go back out to pitch in the second inning, you're feeling a little better about things.
The phrase that I always used with that is pitched contact.
Pitched contact.
Yep, because let them hit it. We're going to catch it. You got to trust your defense. And Gabe goes down swinging.
Yep.
Got chased one up in the strike zone, and he's disgusted with himself. And but you know what? You don't hit every time. It doesn't matter what your average is.
Hey, that's
part of the game.
They say baseball is a game of failure, and that's so true because, as you know, Tommy, you can fail 7 out of 10 times and still be an all-star.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 times and make the Hall of Fame.
There you go. Cam Blankenship, he's gonna try to knock in 1 or 2 here with a base hit. There's a chopper foul.
And the umpire's given a big down and away pitch. So, I mean, that bodes well for our pitchers. If you can hit that spot and he's shown you that he'll reward you hitting that spot, that makes it tough on offenses.
Oh, man.
And so we'll see what happens right here whenever. Oh.
There's a check swing. They're going to call it a strike, and that's going to be strike 3. And we leave 2 stranded, but a great bottom of the first inning as our Maroon Devils go to the top of the second with a 6-0 lead here in the first round of the state playoffs. We'll be right back.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of these things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of the second in again. This is showtime, as we like to say. This is state playoff activity, and it's so, again, we're so proud of our Maroon Devils to, there's a pitch high and tight. Ronnie Griggs brushing back the number one hitter here on the top of the second, Kyle Taylor, their right fielder. But, Tommy, as we mentioned, it is just so good to be in the state playoffs.
Absolutely. This is what it's all about. You getting up there and your back's against the wall, and it's like, hey, win and go on or lose and go home.
That's it. But you got a chance.
That's right. And, and that's something, even for Hiwassee Dam and all these guys that are low seeds.
Yep.
Rich Strike taught us a little something, that horse race, you think about it. You got a $30,000 claimer horse, and everybody's like, a $30,000 horse. That's chicken feed in that business, though. And
yes.
And
80 to 1 odds.
80 to 1 odds, and he just won about $3 million.
I was sitting there watching it, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, he came literally from almost the back of the pack to win that race.
That's unbelievable.
So, I'm like, hey, let's hear it for the underdog.
That's right, except for in this case.
Except for in this game. There's a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike three, and he gets the tag on him again. I can't say enough about the defensive efforts of Mr. Carter Hayes. I mean, he plays the toughest position on the field, and he has had, believe it or not, one error. How can you have one error as a catcher?
It's tough to do.
Unbelievable. There's a high shot going into deep left field. Cam back looking into the sun.
And reels it in.
But he's got it. But, boy, that sun's right in his face.
Absolutely. Left field's tough to play in this particular place. And that was a well-struck ball. Just happened to be where we needed it to be and where they didn't need it to be. And we'll take it. And that's 2 outs with quickness. And I call Carter's one of my kids that I had at East in PE. And I taught his dad in high school, and it's fun watching these kids grow up.
It really is. But when you're a catcher with a .993 fielding average, that's just insane.
It is insane.
I mean, incredible.
Yeah, and he's got a great arm back there, and he does a good job of handling pitchers. And a lot of that, Tyler's helped with that.
Yes,
Tyler was a great catcher for us. I mean, he really was a great catcher. I can remember how frustrated he'd be sometimes whenever he would miss something that he thought he should have got. One time we were playing a ball game here, and he got a short hop, and it comes up into his mask. And after it comes off his mask, how do you know? You dropped a block, it comes off your mask, you don't know where it's going to go.
Yep.
And he was frustrated because he was like, that's one that got away, and he wanted every ball. And I think that's something that's passed on down here to Carter, and he's doing a great job for us.
Well, I tell you what, I think you have to have that hunger and want to as a catcher. Ooh, boy, that one just missing.
And I'm not real sure how. That's one of those I'd like to have. But Carter did a good job of freezing that out there, but didn't show up the hump. And now we're at 3-2.
That's it.
Payoff pitch.
The batter Colton Barong now for Hiwassee Dam as he follows Kyle Taylor and Dawson Headley. And that's going to be ball 4. So now the Eagles with a base runner, and it's going to be Luke Harbin, bottom of the order, batting now for the Eagles with Evan Hedrick, their pitcher, on deck with the top of the lineup.
Well, this is where you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to put anybody on for the top of the order to do damage, and so this is one that we want to get. And like I was talking about before, you pitch to contact. You ain't got to do nothing fancy right here. You say, I'm going to pitch it to you. You're going to hit it, and my guys are going to catch it.
And our defense has been very solid.
Yeah, and so, I mean, pitching with a 6-run lead, it changes the whole mentality. I don't have to get strikeouts. I've got to get outs.
That's it, exactly. And that's where your guys behind you. And the outfield is probably, I think it's the best in the conference. Our outfield is solid.
Well, they all run well.
They do.
They all throw well, and they all make all the plays they're supposed to make.
What else can you ask?
Not one thing. I can remember meeting kids out there and say, guys, you know what? This game's pretty easy. If you don't beat yourself, they have a real hard time, and they don't beat themselves. And so we're sitting in a good spot. You know, I mean, you give yourself a 6-run cushion to work with, anything can happen. But Ronnie's job gets a lot less complicated. Don't have to pitch to try to win the ball game for us. You just pitch to contact, and let's see what happens of it. You know,
That's
you want the strikeouts, but
yeah, the stress is off.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm just playing the game now.
There's a shot to the shortstop, line drive. That's an easy one, and it's an easy inning as the Eagles leave one on base in the top of the second inning, and our Maroon Devils will be coming to bat here. 6-0 lead. We'll see if that lead can grow here in the bottom of the second. We'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second inning here. First round of the state playoffs here as our Maroon Devils, of course, the number 1 seed. Thanks to that drawing straws, if you will, last Friday as we were tied with Murphy in the regular season as we split with them. But our Maroon Devils won that, and now here's a high hopper. It's going to be at the shortstop. Can he make the play over to first base in time? Just barely, and that's impressive when you're as big and strong as Carson Taylor and you almost beat out a ground ball.
Absolutely. He's just a big old athletic kid, you know. I mean, he probably toting, 205, 210, something like that down through there, and he makes it look pretty, you know. It doesn't look like it's that heavy whenever he's moving it like that. But the pitcher's made an adjustment. I mean, from my standpoint, I'm seeing him pitch off his curveball. He's been opening up people with curveballs for first pitches.
Here's a high pop foul going to be coming kind of over in our neighborhoods. Matter of fact, just going to fall over in the softball field for strike one. And talking about softball, we don't have a score, but I know our girls are playing down in Cherryville, North Carolina, and that's a team we're familiar with.
Play them in everything.
That's it. We do. There's a hopper going to be at second base. Can they make the play over to first in time? And again, it's so close. And again, so close as Carter Hayes Another step, he'd have got it.
Yeah, that's a catcher digging out of the box. It's an athletic kid playing catcher, and he bounces out there and gets to that. But again, first pitch fastball that time. Second pitch curveball, got us out on our front foot, rolled over it to the second baseman. He's doing a good job mixing up speeds. He's made an adjustment, and now we're going to have to make one.
That's it. We've got to be on our toes in the batter's box. There's almost a check swing. It's going to be a ball as Will Jenkins steps in to the batter's box for the Maroon Devils. And talking about catchers, our old buddy Cal Raleigh got called back up for the Seattle Mariners. They sent him down to AAA, but he got called back up a couple of days ago, so he's back with the big team. He's a pretty good catcher, too.
He's a decent catcher, I guess. He'd be okay.
Good folks.
Yeah, my son played Legion ball with them a few years ago over with the bunch in Waynesville when they were in high school, and he was a little bit younger than Cody, my son, but good gracious, he could play. He could play then. I mean, it was just like, okay, so what can he do? I couldn't find anything. He could do it all.
No weakness.
No
weakness. And again, good family. Will Jenkins there. There's a shot between shortstop and third. That's going to be in for at least a base hit, as Will is 2 for 2 on the day. That's not a bad way to go with Cooper on deck.
Yeah, and Will, if Cooper hits it, he's going to have to get on his horse because Coop may be able to catch it.
That would be bad if you catch your guy in front of you.
At least there's 2 outs, so he can be stroking. He can go ahead and get moving on the crack of the bat.
Yeah. Well, Cooper's a track star, so he can say that, can't he?
Yeah. And Coop's a great athlete.
He really is. Can play anything. Pick out, throw to first. And talking about our track teams have just been outstanding.
Absolutely. It's in boys and girls. I mean, I don't know when the last time that happened was, but it's been a while.
And our hats off to them. Pitch in for a strike now. Cooper popped out to first base last time up. Talked to his dad this morning, and boy, I tell you, Travis Hight's been a busy guy since that tornado hit basically right in his yard up at the head of Toot Holler there. There's a shot going into right center field, but it's going to hang up, and it's going to be caught out there in deep right field. Well hit ball. But we leave one stranded.
Yep, left one stranded. We didn't get any this time, but still pitching with us. Still got us coming back with a 6-run lead, and we'll see what happens when we get back in here in the bottom of the order to see what they can do about setting the table for the top.
You said it. 2 gone here at Swain County High School. Hiwassee Dam coming to bat as the Devils lead 6-0. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back. We go to the top of this 3rd inning here with the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam again facing Ronnie Griggs. And coming up to the plate now for the Eagles is going to be their leadoff man, their pitcher, Evan Hedrick, who actually got a base hit first time up.
And started him off with an off-speed pitch that he took, and he got him back-to-back, and now we're up 0-2.
Hey, that's always nice when the pitcher gets ahead in the count. And even more impressively with a 6-0 lead on the scoreboard.
Just getting up there and doing his job and tried to get him to chase one right there, and he wanted it.
And that's the one thing about pitchers. You know, it's and we see it not as much in the major leagues, with one great exception with the Angels. But pitchers actually know the strike zone when they get up to the plate.
Absolutely.
Now, some of them cannot hit the ball, but they know the strike zone.
A lot of them hadn't got a chance to in 6 or 8 years before they get into the pros, though. I mean, you think 4 years of college, they didn't even get to swing a bat, and they were probably the best player on their high school team.
Exactly.
And then they didn't even get to take batting practice. You're going to run some poles and throw some balls.
Yep. Otani's the one exception. There's a shot into left field, going to be a clean base hit. And again, Hedrick is now 2 for 2 on the day for the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam. And again, talking about them, at our place when we played in the regular season, the Maroon Devils won with a 10-0 win. Over at Hiwassee Dam, though, it was a 4-1 close ball game. So not a team we can take lightly.
No, we've got to do what we're supposed to do. And so far, we're sitting on 6-0, but you want to make sure that we want to make sure we don't have dead innings. We want to make sure we don't relax. We want to make sure that we get out of here in 5 if we have any opportunity to at all.
Yes.
Because that saves pitching.
And it bodes well for the next game.
Absolutely. And ultimately, you got to win the game first, but at the same time, you're sitting on a 6-0 lead.
There's a shot into center field. That one's going to get through.
Got him.
Yeah, that one's going to get through to the fence.
That's going to get one ball. That's going to get one man in.
Yep, 1 run, rounding second, coming into third, going to be close. But with a stand-up or basically sliding in triple is going to be Clay Davis with a big triple and an RBI.
All right, runs the score to 6-1. Doesn't really change anything.
Nope.
That's you just pretend he's not there and you pitch.
That's it. You throw to the hitter because this guy at third's not going anywhere. And now talking about Tanner Taylor, he had a good ball to center field last time, and then Seth Hooper on deck after him now with nobody out. And the Eagles trying to rally back down 6-0 here on the top of the third. Pitch in for a strike from Ronnie.
Good job by Ronnie right there, coming back after a well-hit ball and pounding that down the way pitch and live there.
That's it.
There.
That's the thing about pitching. You've got to, as some coaches say, there's a swing and a miss. I think he went around. That's strike 2. You've got to go on to the next pitch. You've got to put that last pitch behind you.
Baseball teaches you nothing if it doesn't teach you a short memory.
That's it. You said it.
A short memory is the only thing, because the only thing about the last play that matters is that it happened.
Yep.
That it doesn't have anything to do with what's going to happen next. You can't live on your laurels, and you can't say, you know what, that was terrible. I don't have another chance, because the ball's in his glove again, and he gets to do it again.
That's right. Got a new batter. And there's a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3. And that's going to be out number 1 here on the top of the third inning. Got a man on third. Down there at third is Clay Davis for the Eagles. Seth Hooper batting now. He's their number 4 hitter for the Eagles this year here in the Smoky Mountain Conference. And the way the conference standings, our Maroon Devils number 1. Murphy tied with us. They're number 2. Hayesville 3. Hiwassee Dam number 4 in the conference. And, boy, I tell you, they've had a pretty good baseball season and a pretty good softball season over there, too.
Yeah.
Very solid.
This is a athletic-looking kid. I don't know what his stats are for the year, but he's an athletic-looking kid, and if they didn't believe he could hit, he wouldn't bat fourth.
You better believe it. And there's a reason he's in that number 4 spot. And if I got so many pages here, I can't even get through them in time. But Seth has had a very good season as he waits on the next pitch. Going to be high. Is it going to be playable? It's over near the fence, over near the dugout, and it's going to be caught over there for out number 2. But talking about Seth Hooper on the season, he is having a good year, hitting .340, 17 hits, 18 RBIs, 7 doubles. So, yes, he can get it done.
But that time, I'm glad he didn't.
That's it.
Now we got 2 out.
pop up over at first base. So now 2 down. Eagles with a man on third, trying to get Clay Davis to score. Trenton Beavers popped out to first base his last time up on the season. Beavers hitting .262 with 11 hits and 7 RBIs, a couple of doubles in his stat column. But Ronnie has been challenging for the Eagle hitters here this afternoon.
He has been. I mean, he's been hit hard a couple of times. But he's come back up there and he's got the ball and he's towed the rubber and he's just saying, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to do it again. You did it last time. You're going to get to prove to me you can do it again. Attaboy, Carter.
Yep.
That's the way to steal a call right there.
That's it. Yeah, frame that pitch.
That's right. Freeze it out there and say, boy, that looked good. Old big head. I hate to brag on him.
Boy, he's a heck of a player. There's a high hopper down to second base. Should be over to out number 3, and it is. So a good play down there at second base by Reese Winchester as the Eagles leave one stranded.
And we gave up one, but now we get a chance to come in here and win the inning. You know, that's the thing. We win every inning. We can't lose the game. So they scratched out one. We need to scratch out 2 or better.
That's it. 6-1, bottom of the third coming up. Stay right here. Fans, welcome back. We are in the bottom of the third as the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam and Hedrick with his first pitch is going to be fouled up out of play behind home plate over there. And maybe Chuck Collins or Rod White over there try to make a catch, but I wouldn't count on it.
No, I think they may walk over and pick it up for us, but I don't know if they're going to catch it.
Leading off, Ronnie Griggs, who has pitched a good ball game. He pops another one up out of play over there. Boy, that was close.
That was close. Landed right inside the dugout over there. And off-speed pitch.
Yes. And we're seeing that from Evan Hedrick, again, who was feeding us a steady dose of fastballs in that first inning. Didn't bode well, but now he's really mixed it up. Oh, boy, that one hit the dirt and bounced up. That one dropped a little too much.
Yeah, off the mask. And that's, it's hard to make that adjustment. And so, I mean, as a hitter, you want to go in there right now and say, if he throws me a first pitch fastball that I can hit, I want to jump all over it. I am not going to take one so I can look at a curveball.
Exactly. Yep. Be ready.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Sit on fastball, and if it's a curveball, you take it, make him throw one for a strike.
That one's hit hanging in left field, looking into the sun there. Left fielder, though, makes the catch out there. Talking about Dawson Headley. He pulls it in for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third, as that's going to bring up now for the Maroon Devils as getting his bat heading to the plate. Well, let's see.
Mr. Winchester.
There you go. I got to get that number straight. I couldn't see that number 4. So,
Mr. Winchester, our starting second baseman,
yep.
Position 4.
He was hit by a pitch last time.
He was.
Yep. Now the head coach for the Eagles, Tommy Strickland, disagreed with that, but it stuck. But yeah, number 4 plays number 4.
Yeah. And a good kid.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. He's got his fans over there watching this afternoon too. And we hope if you are not here backing up the Maroon Devils, or if you're not in Cherryville with the girls, that you're at least watching and listening to some of this mayhem on the Maroon Devils Network. So,
and that'll be ball 2. 2-0 count.
so Reese hanging in there, making it count.
If he swings at a curveball right here, I may go into it may be a problem for me. 2-0 curveballs is something that throws me into conniptions. You don't do that.
Yeah, yeah, that was a high outside fastball.
Because he's like, I'm 3-0 now, and he's shaking his arm a little bit. You know,
Yep.
you're watching. I'm watching him. I like watching all that. I like watching the game and picking up on the little things, you know. And
Hey, that's why you're on the broadcast, man. I mean, hey, you can see all this stuff. I can call out their names and numbers, maybe, but you've got the inside scoop here.
well, 18 years of watching, you know, and still doing it with little kids, which has been a real thing for me. Going from high schoolers to 9-year-olds has been really different.
Oh boy, there's a foul ball off the bat of Reese Winchester. But you know, when you look at things from a player perspective and a coach's perspective, you do look at different things.
Absolutely. It's just the things you train yourself to look at. And kudos this pitcher. Been
Yeah.
down 3-0 and coming back and shoving it in there 2 times and saying, you're going to have to leave here running. And 3-2 pitch payoff right here.
Ooh, high fastball.
That's an easy one to take. You made it easy on him.
You said it. You don't swing at those up in your eyes.
No.
It's going to bring up Lawson Woodard, who got a base hit his last time.
And good wheels. And in the bottom of
Yes.
the order, to put some pressure on defenses right here is a good time to do it, to run some bases, maybe do some bunting running, do some small ball stuff, get things moving around, get people moving, put pressure on them.
And Lawson has stolen 7 bases this year. There's a high
Fly ball in the
shot.
left.
Yep, going to hang up and looking into the sun. But I tell you, those left fielders with those shades, they know how to handle the sun.
I think everybody that's played here before knows your left fielder better have a pair of shades.
That's it. Along with we say the same thing with the right fielder in softball. If you're playing right field or first base, you better bring your shades because they're looking right into it.
And I don't know why third basemen don't here either. But a lot of times they don't. But I couldn't never play with those things on anyway.
Yeah, there's another shot. This one's going to be
ball, but it's foul.
Yep, going to be foul. Boy, I tell you what, that guy can do it. We're talking about Gabe Lillard, top of the lineup here, with 1 on, 2 out, and 6-1 lead.
I'd bet you a Mountain Dew this is a curveball.
I'd say with a 0-1 count. Yep. Oh boy, that one didn't break the way he wanted it to.
No, it didn't. That's an easy one to take. But that's what he was trying to do, is get that curveball over and get Gabe on his front foot. But that's something, a sophomore base runner, when you read a curveball in the dirt like that, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pick it up off his hop, and you're going to have to throw me out at second.
And that's tough. And again, Lawson can run. Hard hit between shortstop and third. That's going to be getting through. And holding is going to be Lawson down at second. And cruising on into first is going to be Gabe Lillard. And Cam Blankenship batting now with 2 out. So we can get a 2-out rally going here.
2-out runs are big. We need to win this inning. We gave up 1, and we get a chance to at least, get one back with a hit. And nobody has anything they really have to think about. You hear the crack of the bat, run.
That's it. You got to go. 2 out. Got to go. And again, we got a couple of good runners out there. Gabe down at first base. Lawson down at second. Pitch high and tight for a ball. Cam on the season, looking at some of his stats, 23 runs. That's one of the top run-producing stats in the conference. Number 4 in the conference, 17 hits, 9 RBIs, a double, hitting .333.
Ball 2.
So he's got a good eye on him, obviously, with a 2-0 count and 2 out.
And that's what you want from a two-hitter.
You said it.
You want to see pitches. You put your first, a lot of times there's different theories about a leadoff batter, but your second batter, his job is to move people around, get on base, and score runs.
And
that's his job.
He took that one inside for now that says 2-0. I thought it was 3-0.
It's 3-0 now.
Yes, it is. So Cam probably going to look this one down with runners at first and second. 2 out, 3-0 count. Yep, he kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. But he gets to do it again.
That's it.
You're going to have to do it again. And 3-1 right here, he's going to look for something to drive. And hopefully put a good move on it, and a gap shot will score us 2, because I have a feeling Gabe will be trying to see if he can't catch that guy standing on second base, but he won't get the chance.
Nope, that was too low and outside, so that loads him up. And that's going to bring up another dangerous guy, Carson Taylor. I mean, what can you say when you're talking about Carson Taylor? His stats are incredible. Hitting .431. He leads the conference with 26 runs scored. He is number 2 in the conference with home runs. He's hit a couple and has just had a great year.
He's a good ball player, and it looks like we're getting, pitching change.
You said it.
Shortstop coming to the mound, and looks like the day's over for that pitcher. But Gary didn't throw bad.
No, he didn't. Not at all.
It's just got in behind the 8 ball, and I'm sure Coach knows his pitcher. And like I said, he's shaking his arm some, and he's having a hard time locating and falling behind in counts, and he doesn't want this one to get away, and he's one hit away from it getting away.
And we'll come back after he warms up and tell you the stats of the new pitcher, Clay Davis, for the Eagles. Stay with us. We'll be back. Fans, welcome back after the pitching change. Coming on to pitch now is going to be Clay Davis, and he comes in a tough spot with the bases loaded and one of the best hitters in the conference in the Carson Taylor machine at the plate. Throw down to first, not going to be in time. And I tell you what, I don't envy Clay Davis coming in with the bases loaded facing Carson Taylor.
I don't either. And the other thing is why throw at a guy at first base? I mean, he may get by with that 10 out of 10 times, but if he throws that away, that's 2 runs.
You said it.
Minimum.
That's it.
And right now, they absolutely cannot afford that.
No, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Carson with a big bat takes a strike. Talking about Clay Davis on the season, he has an ERA of 2.75. He is actually their leading pitcher as far as innings, 35 2/3 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, 17 walks on the year. And there's going to be an expensive walk as Carson walks in a run. And that's a big base on balls for Mr. Carson.
And an RBI.
And an RBI.
A cheapie. And that brings up Carter Big Head Hayes, which is a picky poison.
I tell you, when you're talking about Carter Hayes and Carson Taylor back to back, Carson Taylor's hitting .431, Carter Hayes .434. I mean, just neck and neck in averages.
Frying pan meet fire.
That's it. I mean, and talking about Carter Hayes, 28 RBIs, again, leading the entire Smoky Mountain Conference.
Hoping he can get a couple right here.
That one just missing, 1-1.
Yep.
2 out, bases loaded, though.
This is the one when you get out there and you're even throwing the ball up when you're 5. This is the one you come in on, Bases loaded, 2 outs.
And Carter's hit a couple of home runs along with Carson Taylor. That's second in the conference. So, yeah, that's That's frying pan city. You're talking about that grease is sizzling hot. There's a high pop-up that's going to be in play. But they're going to have to catch it. And the pitcher can't catch it, and everybody's safe.
Everybody's safe.
That's a tough play.
And the pitcher shouldn't. You never want your pitcher to have to catch that.
No.
I mean, that.
No, he's coming off the mound.
It's tough. And,
wow.
It's a cheapie.
It is.
But I'll take every cheapie we can get. I'm a bit of a homer.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's one of those in the books that it's that I don't even know who you charge that error to. You kind of have to, but I don't know who gets it.
Yeah, that's just a tough break with the infield. And, again, that run, as you mentioned, that's a cheapie, but, hey, it still counts. Next week, it still looks like a run.
That's exactly right. Still looks like a run next week. And
Gavin Lanning coming on to run.
And we've scored 2 this inning, and they scored 1, so we won the inning.
There you go.
And
that's the goal.
And we've got a guy up here who has a way, a lot of times, of getting timely hits.
Yes,
this would be a good time for a timely hit.
Will Jenkins having a good season all season long, hitting .429.
Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down.
That one's in center field, and it's going to be caught on the run. But you're talking about 3 batters in a row, Tommy, with Taylor .431, Carter .434, and again, Will Jenkins .429. That's just murderer's row.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with that besides I'm going to throw it in here and hope for the best.
That's it. That's all you can do. We've played 3. It's 8-1 Maroon Devils. We'll be back with the top of the 4th after this. Fans, welcome back. There's a shot right over third base. It knocked up some chalk, so obviously that's going to be a base hit as Hiwassee Dam comes out firing, Tommy. And, boy, we can see the white kind of dust up there down the third base line.
Gave 1 pitch, 1 hit we're giving up, but we're keeping on our pitch count. And we're on schedule, and we're doing what we're supposed to do. You know,
Yes,
we won last inning, 2-1. So we're going to see what we can do right here about getting through this without being hurt. Be a great time for a ground ball to short.
That's it. Kyle Taylor started off with that base hit for the Eagles.
Gone.
Now it's going to be Dawson Headley. And there's a shot down to second base. Ball gets through. Now we've got a new right fielder throw coming back into the infield. And all of a sudden, the Eagles have a man on first, and that's going to be Kyle Taylor. Or third, rather.
Yeah, a little bit. We're a little bit late in the middle about getting to the bag. But, guys, that's 2 sophomores.
Yep.
You're going to have that sometimes. I mean, and a third sophomore throwing it, and Carter's just got to come up and shoot it and hope somebody's there. And they've done a great job, and that time it just didn't pan, and we get play the next play.
That's it.
That's the only one that matters.
Go on to the next play. Go on to the next batter. Don't worry about this guy at third. And pitch to the batter. There's a shot into right field, and it's going to be caught out there. Good play. And throw coming back into the infield. That was quick because the guy had to hold it. Third, talking about Kyle Taylor for the Eagles. And good play out there in right field.
And Coach is having a little discussion with him because if you're on third base and the ball's in the air, the only place to be is on the bag.
You said it.
No reason to jump the gun, no reason to be anywhere but standing on that bag and seeing what happens because you're going to score if it hits the ground.
No
you
doubt.
know?
And you don't want to have to come back to the bag if it's a tag-up situation.
Absolutely, no reason.
So
And,
you're right.
Coach Strickland had a little bit of a Jesus meeting there, and it's it's a learning thing. It's probably a young kid, looks like it, and that's just one of those things. He made that mistake this time, may never make it again.
That's it. But normally, when the ball goes pretty deep into the outfield like that one does, you're going to tag and go. Normally.
They're going to get to throw me out if I'm down 8-1.
You said it.
Because I can't risk not scoring. Got to go.
And because they're right now, if the Maroon Devils put up 3 more runs, the Eagles are down to their final 6 outs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And we're at a good spot in our order to do that.
Yep, big sticks coming up.
We just we got through that one last inning, and we get the bottom of the order gets on right here, and he's out on strikes.
Indeed. And that's, again, that's going to be Colton Barong, the first baseman for the Eagles. He's not happy. And I don't think anybody is happy when they get called out on a third strike.
No,
it's just not. It's a bad feeling.
No, your competitive juices gets flowing, and you get mad, and it's and I don't mean this derogatory. It's going to sound that way, but I always told our hitters, the dumbest person in place is the guy behind you in blue. Don't ever leave your fate in their hands because you can't trust them. If it's close, you better put a bat on it because I'll promise you there is no guarantees about what's going to happen next.
Oh, you said it.
But that K right there on good morning, good afternoon, and good night, we'll take them.
That's it. Another big strikeout. One leaves stranded for the Eagles. One left on base as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Swain 8. The Eagles of Hiwassee Dam 1. We'll be back with the Maroon Devils at bat after this timeout. Boy, I'll tell you, that's
Nope, that's Coop.
Fans, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's been a fast, furious pace here this afternoon. We've only played, matter of fact, just a little over an hour here, Tommy, and we're already in the bottom of the fourth. And Cooper Hyatt's batting. There's a ground ball to the shortstop.
And
he scoops it
hurry.
up. And, boy, that's close. And he's going to be safe. Cooper beat it. He's got the wheels.
And and when I said he better hurry, I was talking about the shortstop.
Yes.
Because he's not one that you can lay back and wait on that to come to you. And
that's a base hit.
It's a base hit, because he's going to be running out of the box.
And boy, I tell you what, he's going to be when he gets on base. They better keep an eye on him too, because we're talking about some of the base running stats. And Cooper has stolen 6 bases this year. Gabe's our leader with 12. There's a shot, and that's going to be foul down the right field line. But Gabe leads us with 12 stolen bases. Cam Blankenship with 9. Lawson Woodard with 7. Ronnie Griggs with 6. Cooper has 6. Carson Taylor has 8. So those are your wheelmen.
Yeah, and that one was swiped.
Yes.
He was gone, and he was not going to get thrown out. And is that 18? I think is that Ruiz?
Let's see here. That is Finley Crisp. If that's 18,
it's 18.
Let me double check it. That's Finley then.
All right, Finley Crisp jumped all over a pitch right there and lined it down the first base line. And I didn't miss being fair much. Can't see how far from here, but a well-hit ball, and that would have been probably a run. It looked like we executed a hit and run.
It was close. Pitch outside, throw down to second. It's not going to be in time. It gets through, and as you know, Cooper, he jumps up in a hurry, comes into third base. As a matter of fact, the play was closer at third than it was at second, and still safe.
Absolutely, and that's what speed does.
It does, and that can just, as I say, speed kills, and in baseball, it really does.
That's what speed does. And it was a great play by the center fielder. He picked that up clean.
He did.
And made a great throw.
But when you've got that jump, there's a high pop-up. Let's see if it's going to be handled this time. It's going to be caught this time by the pitcher. And, boy, he and the catcher were on a different page, but the pitcher came up with the ball and made the play.
I tell you what, though, that last one landed, and I think that catcher would have ran to shallow short and caught that if he'd have had to. He had made his mind up. He was going, that ain't landing. And I respect that, but there's nobody home, and there's a man on third.
That leaves the cupboards empty. Isn't
it? That's exactly right.
Reese Winchester hitting. He got there's a shot that's going to be tight, caught in left field, and Cooper's going to roll in from third base, no problem. And that's what you do. You tag up and go.
That's right. He got back to the bag, and as soon as he saw it caught, he took off, and it wouldn't have put that in your pocket.
Yes, indeed.
You're not going to get him. You're going to have to get through a relay and 2 home plate in 3 seconds.
Yeah, and these guys, they do the scouting work. They know who they can try to throw out and who they can't. And if that's what coaches do.
The question is it deep enough? You're always looking. Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough for me to score? I'm gonna at least draw a throw if I'm him.
Lawson Woodard batting now, 2 out. Maroon Devils lead 9-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. By the way, here's an update. South Stanley beat Hayesville today 3-1, and they're going to be coming to Swain County if the Maroon Devils hang on to win. There's a throw over to first base in time. Good scoop by their first baseman, and we go to the top of the fifth right now, 9-1. But to bring you up to date again, Hayesville has been eliminated from the playoffs today. They lost to South Stanley by a 3-1 score. So South Stanley came all the way to Hayesville today. Tommy, they're going to come back to Swain County this Thursday if our Maroon Devils hang on to win, because we're going to play Thursday, rain predicted Friday.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and get it ready for Thursday. And, that's a long way to drive.
It is.
Stanley County, if those of you that used to, that are out there, that's way down there. That's Charlotte, other side of Charlotte. They're 3.5 hours on a bus, and that doesn't hurt us.
No, not at all. Fans, stay tuned. We'll come back as we go to the fifth after this timeout. Fans, welcome back on the Maroon Devils Network. We're on the top of the fifth inning here, and it's going to be the top of the order for the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam. Evan Hedrick is going to be followed by Clay Davis and Tanner Taylor here, hitting 1, 2, 3. And the's a blooper right over, just over the infield for a base hit.
No man's land.
And that guy, Evan Hedrick, who started off pitching today, 3 for 3. That's wwhy he's the leadoff guy.
Glad you put him up there because he gets on base. And you can do it lovely, you can do it ugly, you can do it however you want to do, as long as you get on base, you know. And he dropped that one in there, a little lob wedge shot, and now we can get us a ground ball and double this off. But this guy did a great job last time. I can't remember this kid's name, but he got a hit last time too.
He's the one that ripped that big triple with an RBI.
It is.
That's Clay Davis, and Davis having a good year, hitting 326.
And
that throw was high, but right back there, ready to go was Reese Winchester.
And as Reese gets older, that's one of those that you deke. You act like you didn't catch it, like you're turning to run and go get it, and they take a couple steps off the bag, and you might steal one.
That's it.
That's just that's just ball. That's things you learn.
Those little things that you're right. And doing a good job back there is now no out, 0-2 count. And again, Clay Davis having a good year, hitting 326 for the Eagles, 15 hits, 5 RBIs, 5 doubles. And then Tanner Taylor is going to be on deck, hitting 320, followed by Seth Hooper for the Eagles, hitting 340. So they got some big sticks up here this time.
This is the part of their order where you just don't want to get hurt.
Right.
You know, I mean, they've got a good top of the order. They hit the ball well, they run well, and they understand the game. And this is not a low quality opponent. We got started off well, and we played well.
That's it. Hot start right out of the gate, and again, as a team, the Eagles hitting 257 on the year, and that's not bad. But then you look at the Maroon Devils, the number 1 team from the Smoky Mountain Conference, as
Froze
a team.
him up with a curveball.
Yep.
Didn't like it. Didn't like the call.
Nope.
But when it's 0-2 again, who's the dumbest guy in the building?
That's it.
Don't leave it up to him. You either wear that one or you foul it off. You do something, but you can't let them catch it.
Nope, because they will. But we were talking about there's a foul ball. We were talking about Hiwassee Dam on the season as a team hitting 257. The Maroon Devils as a team hitting 355. That's a pretty darn good average for a team.
That ain't bad. That'll do, I guess. You know, I mean.
We're right behind Murphy. Murphy as a team hitting 380. But the Maroon Devils have, if you look at it statistically, an edge in pitching and defense.
And, you know, that's one of the – I didn't get to watch either one of the games with Murphy.
Yeah, we split.
Yeah, we split with him. I didn't get to watch either one. But Murphy does the little things well too. You know, they're well coached.
They do.
And I hope we can get a chance to, to get that taste out of our mouth somewhere down the line and get a chance to, the rubber match.
That's it.
And if we do, it'll be at our place.
You said it. Talking about here's the pitch and swing and a miss. And that's going to be
out too.
Yep, so that's 2 out. Again, Gabe Lillard getting it done. But talking about our 2 meetings with Murphy, March 17, we lost to Murphy 8-1. Then we came back and won 4-3. But our Maroon Devils, we were kind of up and down a little bit in the month of March, early in the season, Tommy. But we have won 12 games in a row.
Yeah, and it's all about getting hot at the right time.
That says a lot.
It's all about getting hot at the right time and having the right guy on the mound, having fresh arms, having fresh legs, getting out of games when you need to get out of games. Another strike. And that's what we need from Gabe. Pound that strike zone.
1-1 the count with 2 down now.
2 strikeouts.
Got a man on second. Ooh.
Good curveball.
Boy, that was a good curveball. he kind of got him a little bit tangled up on that one, talking about Seth Hooper, who's their number 4 hitter.
I'd have to be going to see Dr. Baker down in Hiwassee, Georgia after a swing like that. I'd hurt myself. Dig it up.
Long throw. And he said he got him, and that run that came around third did not count. That's out number 3.
God, what a stretch.
That was really, really a great play over there at first base.
That's Carson.
That's Carson. I started to say it looks like Carson at first.
Guys, that is all you can do right there, and you get it and make a play. That's but that's the kind of kid we're dealing with. That's great. That's awesome.
He likes getting his uniform dirty.
Yeah, he don't mind. He don't have to wash it.
Fans, stay tuned. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 9-1 Swain after this timeout. Fans, here we go. Bottom of the fifth inning. Maroon Devils with a 9-1 lead over the Eagles of Hiwassee Dam here on the first round of the State 1A playoffs. As we mentioned a moment ago, South Stanley beating Hayesville 3-1 and a tight one over at Hayesville. If the Maroon Devils hang on to win here today, there's a high pop-up. Could be trouble over behind third base, and it's going to fall in for a foul ball. Those are tough.
Yeah, those are tough, and we're 2 outs from shaking hands. I mean, two runs from shaking hands right here with the top of the order up. So it's a pretty good place to be. We need base runners right here.
Yep.
0-2 count. He's gonna, there's no telling what he's gonna get right here from the pitcher. But my goal right here, if I'm the Maroon Devils, is let's get out of here in 5.
That's it, and that's another hard hit ball foul down the third base side. But again, the number 1, 2, 3 hitters for Swain County here in the bottom of the fifth with Gabe Lillard, Cameron Blankenship, and Carson Taylor, and that's a pitcher's nightmare.
And nowhere good to go.
No.
I mean, for about 6 batters, you're in a bad place.
Yep, you better start working on those corners. There's one in the dirt that's going to get by for a 1-2 count with no out, getting underway, bottom of the fifth. Also, our girls, the Lady Devils, went down to Cherryville, and that's a long trip, and we know all about Cherryville, but they lost a tough one today, 12-2, to wind up their season. But good bunch of girls.
Yeah, and all of them coming back but one.
That's it. Really coachable team. I know Coach Toby Burrell and his assistants Kevin Jones and Robbie Brown were really, really happy with the attitude and the coachability of this bunch of girls.
And and Ashley and all the rest of the people that help him, they are,
yes.
They did a great job with these girls.
They did.
And your success, a lot of times, it's just not measured in wins and losses.
You said
it's in people stepping up to do jobs. Hannah stepping up to pitch. She's never been asked to pitch. She's an outfielder, and I think really by trade. And
pitched almost every game. There's a hard shot, high hopper over to shortstop, on over to first. That's going to be 1 down as Gabe goes down on a high hopper with Cam and Carson hitting 2 and 3. But again, I really think the future is bright for softball and baseball, and I think this team right here that we're watching right now, Tommy, is, we honored all those seniors the other day on Senior Day, and an outstanding senior class.
A great senior class and good kids all the way around. It's well-rounded kids that do a lot of things here for us and do a good job, and they carry themselves the way that they're supposed to.
They do.
And that means more than any of the rest of this, because odds are none of them are going to make their living with a ball.
You're exactly right.
And but it'll be something else, and it'll be the kind of kids that they are that'll make the difference for them.
And they are just some outstanding people, and I think they're going to continue to grow and mature. And I know a lot of these guys are now getting ready to go on to college. I saw where there's a foul ball off the bat of camera, and I saw where Carson, I think, he's going to be a Wolfie next year down in NC State territory. So he'll be making the sign, with his fingers, the Wolfpack sign. There's a hard ground ball. The third gets through. So on base is going to be Cameron Blankenship, and the Maroon Devils are making noise. And,
the kind we like.
That's it. That one might be charged statistically as an error. That was a hard hit ball, though. Really, that's a tough play. That's why they call it the hot corner.
That's exactly right. It's one or the other. You're going to get a hopper, or you're going to get an absolute seed hit at you. And this is the guy that's more than likely going to hit a seed at you.
Yeah. This Carson Taylor.
Nah. I would bet we're going to see maybe a base stolen here early in the count.
Got him on a pitch outside. Carson has been watching it close today. He's got 2 walks on the afternoon, 2 bases on balls. He grounded the shortstop the other time up.
But he's due.
He's due. And he's got Cam down at first base with a big lead. Big cut. Quick 0-2 count now with 1 down. And again, the Maroon Devils with a couple of runs here going to take this one home and move on to play Thursday. Make sure we're playing Thursday. Rain predicted Friday. Going to be playing South Stanley. There's a shot. That's a moon shot into right field. Oh, he couldn't hang on. Yeah, the sun got him. Rounding second, coming to third is going to be Cameron Blankenship, and again Carson Taylor rolls into second. But I think the sun got him.
Yeah, the sun got him. And Carter Big Head Hayes is striding out here with the winning run at second base, and let's just see if we can put this game away right here.
That's
Ain't got to do nothing fancy. It doesn't have to go very far. It's just got to get a grass stain on it, and we'll see see if they can throw Carson out.
Well, Carter's the man that can do it. He got a triple his first time up, grounded to second base, I think, the last time. So, again, we know about these numbers that he's put up this year, both behind the plate and at the plate. I tell you, he's got a future. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore and plays a lot of baseball.
There's a high ball. It's going to be into the sun, and it's going to be caught, though, in deep left field. Everybody's one run is in, and Carson slides into third. So now it's a 10-1 Maroon Devil lead with 2 out. And that was another moonshot.
It was. It was up there a long time. Could have played Saving Private Ryan on it.
That's it.
It was up there a while. So now we got a man up here who can still swing a bat. You
better believe it.
And we're 90 feet away from shaking hands and hoping we can get to do it.
So bottom of the 5th here, 10-1 Maroon Devil lead. Pitch in. He likes that outside corner. And again, at the plate is going to be Will Jenkins, who is 2 for 2 today. Got 2 good hits.
Good guy to do it.
You said it, and it only takes 1 more hit. That one missing. Throw down to third. Ooh, boy, that was a pretty good throw.
It was a pretty good throw. Pretty gutsy throw.
It was.
That scoots away, and it's over.
It's over. Ball game.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about the catcher when he has that kind of confidence. Big lead by Carson, and they're going to try him again. And wow. He's got more guts than I have.
Nah.
With a 1-run, the difference in the ball game, 1 bad throw away.
Yeah. I said it last time we played him, and I was like, he's going to throw one away in a minute. And he never did.
Nope.
So, I mean, he's got a lot of confidence in it, and obviously Coach does too, because he's not coming out and saying, what are you doing? That's a winning run.
Yep, Trenton Beaver's doing a good job behind the plate.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
There's a ground ball.
And
down to the shortstop.
They better hurry.
On over to first base. Not in time. That's the ball game.
And that'll be it.
The run scores from third base. And again, a tough play at shortstop. Will Jenkins got it deep enough in the hole. And it's 11-1 Maroon Devils. And Tommy, we know we're going to be playing South Stanley right here Thursday, fans. We're not going to be playing Friday. Thursday, talking to Coach Shuler before the game, he said 6, maybe 6:30 or later. He said, but it's going to be later in the day.
The recommendation from the state, unless it's changed, is a 7 o'clock game time because of travel and the playoffs and how far people have to come.
Yeah.
But it's something that you work out with the other coach. And I'm sure they won't want to start at 7 because they're going to have to get back to go to class on Friday. But it's a catch-22, because if they leave too early, it makes for a long day either way, but I'm glad they're the one that gets to look forward to that long day.
Oh, no doubt. They had to travel over to Clay County, which is even further than we are from South Stanley, and they won today 3-1 over Hayesville. And talking about South Stanley, just looking at the seeding right now, let me get my sheet out here and take a look at that. But I know they're going to be a tough team to deal with, and they all are. South Stanley, actually, with the upset, they're a 20 seed, upsetting number 13 seed Hayesville. So you can't take them lightly.
No, it's one game at a time. You know, it's the playoffs, and you know, you win or you go home. And right now, our kids believe that they're supposed to win when they take the field.
And that, they have the confidence. They've had a great year. Our Maroon Devils, of course, Smoky Mountain Conference champions, the #1 seed. Just an outstanding year. And we've talked about their winning streak. It's now 13 in a row. The pitching, the hitting, it's all coming together.
And if you can come out and scratch out 11 runs, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
You better believe it.
And we didn't. You know, it's 5-1 after the first.
Right.
So we did a good, you know, we did what we needed to do to put the ball game away, and they've done that, and we did it our first two pitchers statistically are fresh.
They really are. So we've got that luxury on Thursday. We can use one or two, and then we're going to be playing, if we win Thursday, next Tuesday. Just kind of keep those days open and try to come out and support these kids because, man, it's just it's good to win the conference. It's good to be in the playoffs, and these guys, you know, we've talked about the kind of kids they are. I think they're so deserving, and I'm just so happy for them.
Absolutely.
And Coach Shuler.
Absolutely, and Coach Shuler, he's gonna. This is it. This is his last year coaching. He's moving into administration in the school system, and he's done a great job with these kids, and I think he's going. And he's the type of guy that's going to do good whatever we ask him to do, and he's done a great job for us, and I don't begrudge him that, but I sure do hate to see him leave this because I think he does a pretty good job.
He does, and boy, I tell you what, if you know this is going to be your last year, nothing like going out a winner.
Absolutely, and he's doing that.
He's doing that. That's
he's
it.
Doing that.
That's
he's
every coach's dream.
Yeah, he's putting his kids in positions to be successful, and that's all you can ask for. And his kids are taking advantage of it.
They really are. Fans, that's going to wind it up here. We appreciate Josh being with us here and keeping things under control. I tried not to shake my leg too much, Tommy, and make that camera wobble around, but Josh doing a great job, and we hope to come back Thursday. We're not sure about the start time. Could be around 6:30, maybe even 7 o'clock. We know it's South Stanley. We know it's Thursday. We know it's here, and we hope you're going to come out and be with us.
And we're getting to play, and so that's a bonus. They're all a bonus from here.
You said it. Win one, move on, and we hope we can win two and play again next Tuesday. Until then, join us next time here on the Maroon Devils Network.